How's it going, guys? Stan back with another video. As you can see, I'll be helping myself work on the truck. Got a few things I need to do. I'll kind of explain a little bit more.
Could you hurry up?
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright.
My bad. Okay, cool. Alright, so like I said in that really creepy intro, there's a few things I want to show you guys. Basically, there's a few tune-up. I gotta do a tune-up on this truck. Ever since I've really built it, I really haven't touched the truck since then. Really haven't done anything, which is a good thing. But I've kind of got lax on it. I've changed oil a few times, but there's a few things that weren't 100% when I put the truck back together. And those are things that I need to address now. Basically, the battery died on me once. I had to put a new battery in it, and then a few days ago a trans line popped off, and it basically leaked down all the way to almost no transmission fluid, and I had to run down the street to go fill it up. So that was kind of like a wake-up call. I just need to do a once over. I think it might be misfiring, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the plugs. Like I said, there's just a few things that just need to be done just to any vehicle, not just this one, but just any of them, to really make it a little bit more roadworthy, a little bit more trusty. Because like I said, right now this truck really hasn't ever really given me any problems. And like I said, over about the last month time frame, it has. So let's go ahead and let me show you a few things of what I got for someone who's looking to do this, or hopefully you just enjoy this video. I'll show you kind of what I got and provide you some information. Alright, so like I was saying, just got to provide a tune-up on this thing. I got a new Gates belt for the serpentine drive, because the belt that's probably been on this truck its whole life, or since I've got it. I may have changed it once, I can't really remember. So it's been a few years, just need to change the belt. I had to get some new valve cover gaskets. That's going to be real fun. It's been leaking past the gaskets on the valve covers, so I just need to get that. Like I said, I got some spark plugs. They really didn't have the ones I wanted, so I'm just going to do these for now and probably change them. Hopefully these won't really mess up anything. And then I got a AC belt too. Luckily all this stuff was on Amazon. Not that I really saved any money, but I just wanted to try Amazon out really, just to see what they send. I saved, like I said, I didn't really save a bunch, just a few bucks. But this is the stuff I'm doing: valve covers, some spark plugs, and some belts. Like I said, it's just a tune-up. We can check out the engine. Like I said, it's been leaking past a few gaskets here, maybe misfiring. Oh yeah, and there's one other thing I got. Oh, these, what it's been needing, which is the spark plug shields, covers. I know they're not really going to be fun to put on, but kind of need that too. So like I said, this won't be the most exciting video in the world, but I'm trying to pump out content. Next we will have the breakdown of this 5.3, and I'll need you guys' help with this scenario, with this situation, when I get to that video. But we'll get there. That'll be on the next video. But let me go ahead and get started on this thing. So what's not gonna make this super fun is the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on this top end now. I feel like before it was a little bit easier to take apart in its stock form than it is now. I mean, basically, to change the gaskets on these valve covers is not going to be fun. I think that's the first thing I'm going to do, because I have to take the coil packs off, and I really need to unplug the wires. So I'm just going to take the whole assembly off as one. So take each individual one off and just do it that way. But I just want to tell you guys, I mean, you don't really care. You're just watching it for your enjoyment. But it's not going to be fun. So I'll probably time-lapse some of this and then talk and commentate when I need to. But I mean, like I said, it's a basic tune-up, so it shouldn't be too in-depth. So as you saw by the time lapse, I had it running for a while. I went ahead and I've already started the other side. I really didn't want to commentary too much. This is the easiest side, so I want to go ahead and get it knocked out. So I got that going, but I'll show you something I found. The spark plugs look pretty good, so let me get into that real quick. Spark plugs, number 1, 3, 5, and 7 on the motor. Shout out to Attitude Streetcars. I just sent them a picture of it. Somebody might have their own opinion on it, but based off what I've seen, these spark plugs are fairly good. So I want to give a shout out to Attitude Streetcars. Like I said, you might have your own opinion about it. Feel free to drop it in the comment section. But like I said, they're fairly good. To me, it's an NA truck, so it doesn't really have to be super great. It's not really going to blow up, but these are very good in my opinion. And then shout out to Tall Guy Car Reviews, watching that while I'm working. I'm about done with this side. Like I said, let's get over to the other side and I'll give you guys some better commentary. Alright y'all, so before I get too carried away, let me go ahead and give y'all a breakdown. Unfortunately I picked this side to do it on. That's a problem sometimes, is I get so excited about just tearing stuff apart, because I love taking stuff apart and putting them back together. Some of you guys can relate. But so I'm on this side already. But this is one thing I want to show you, is like this gasket. Hopefully you can see it. It's just pulling up. And they're just all tore up from the heat. This one right there is leaking pretty good. Fluid going by. That one back there in the back as well. So I'm replacing those as well as, not this is the one I'm not using, but the gasket that goes around the valve cover. So that's getting replaced, fresh plugs, and they're just putting it back together. That and then the belts would only take me a second to do that. So I just wanted to show you guys, and then once I get these valve covers off, we'll take a peek on the inside. Alright, so now I got the valve covers off, got some good light. Look at the inside of these heads. Now, there's not very many miles on this motor, so I won't sit here and brag about it too much, but they're still very, very clean. That's what I like. Well, just looking at some things, got some good what do you call it, lash on these things. They're not super tight, which is good when they're up. So that's a good thing. And maybe you can see it right back there. You got some oil leaking by right there. So that's what I'm trying to fix. That gasket wasn't sealing all the way, but man, PRC heads, ported by Texas Speed. I'm happy with them. I mean, like I said about this 5.3, there's a story that's gonna happen with that motor, and then these heads are gonna play a big part into it. Like I said, I just want to show you. Don't mind the rockers. They were on the old setup, so the rockers aren't super fresh. The springs are fresh. The valves are fresh. The heads themselves are fresh, and the push rods. Just the rockers, and then the trays themselves, or what do they call them? The rocker perches. I mean, those are OG from the truck itself. So that's been with the whole truck its whole life. So anyway, I just want to show you that. Like I said, it's nothing super exciting. Whew. Busting my butt. It really shouldn't be this hard, but I'm trying to like be strategic and hopefully kind of show you guys. That's the part that sucks, is like if I can get in the flow and keep going, it'd be a little bit quicker. But I don't do this every day anymore either, so I'm still just trying to get into it. But anyway, let me finish. I'll show you some more things and then we'll be done. So another thing I want to show you guys is, as you can see, let me make sure I'm looking at it, these gaskets that go around these valve cover bolts, they're just rubber, like super rubbery, super gummy, just not good at all. So I'm replacing these as well, because look at that, it's just pulling apart. It just fell apart. Look at it. Hold on, look at it. It's nothing. So replacing that, seal that up, seal this ring up around here, hopefully have a better seal. Alright, so the thing I do want to show you guys, I mean, everything that I'm doing in the engine, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's really not specific to anyone's setup, because my setup should be custom for the most part. So I mean, you're just I take the coil packs off completely. That's how I have to do it on this one. Really, and that's why I say it doesn't apply, because originally the coil packs are on a bracket. So you just take the whole bracket off and you can just lay them off to the side. I have to take each coil pack individually off. So you don't have to do that. Like I said, I was doing some extra things but what I wanted to show you, like I was saying, was these spark plug wired boot protectors. These are Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description below. I guess that's the best I can do for you for this particular product. We'll see how they work. I don't really have any touching on this side. Let's see, let me get you some light. So, I mean, that one's pretty close. None of them are really like just touching directly on the headers. But, I mean, I guess that's the point. I read in the comments, a few people asked the question on Amazon, can these be directly on headers and things like that, and people were saying they've had good luck with them. There's another one I read about where it wasn't quite as good. So I mean, it's got the little crimp in, steel ring or whatever, so they're pretty quality. I haven't touched them without gloves on. They're supposed to be, you know, titanium / fiberglass, I think, or whatever. So I mean, they are what they are. Like I said, I got them off Amazon. If they don't work, I don't really need them. These plugs have been fine without them, but I figured since I'm doing all this, I might as well get them. Amazon's a plug for the plugs. But let me stop. All right, got everything back buttoned up. I'm getting a little worn out, but it's coming together. Got the valve covers on, coil packs back on, so that's good. I just hate doing this because you're always like, man, I hope this ignition is hooked up the right way. Not really the right way, because I know how to hook it up, but just everything's buttoned up, and you don't have to go through a misfiring situation and figure that out. Next, I do this belt system, and then we'll fire this thing up, and then we'll finish up. I keep saying we're gonna finish up. We will, but I keep interrupting myself too. All right, so I got everything buttoned up. So we're gonna go ahead and get this start up. I put the fresh belts on. This was why I wanted to do it. Let me get it going. So hopefully you can see that this belt's got a few cracks in it, and this is just for the AC, but I thought about it and I think the main serpentine belt is fresh or fresher. It's just, I mean, you don't really have anything that shows it's not really. It's got a little bit of wear on the outside. I'm probably not even, you guys probably aren't even seeing that, but anyways, get my keys. I'm gonna give this thing a start up. Get my phone. Hopefully we'll be running on all 8. Better be. It was before I did this. Tell you that. All right. Sounds good. Sound like it's running on all 8. I don't see nothing crazy. I really shouldn't. There's a little bit of where I was touching the headers. I kind of smell that. Let this thing run for a second. Seems to be alright. I think she's good. My neighbors definitely hate me. Oh, copyright. Oh. Hold on. Phew, trippy. Sounds happy. She sounds healthy. Whew. I can live with that. I have to give it a quick road test. I gotta move my car anyway, so we'll give it a quick road test. Put the car back in here. Wrap things up. How about that? And just like that, the truck is out. The Camaro's back in. Everything's cleaned up. So, good to go. Whew. Man, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm filthy. Need a shower. I need a lot of things. But this video will probably go up right before 2020 starts. Got some big things. I've said it a few times, but I mean it. Got some big things coming. I appreciate you guys who have come along this journey with me. Did I not have this light on the whole time? Wow. Wow. Lighting has been terrible. Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying this video. Hope you enjoy the rest of the videos. If you want to, go back and like a few. Watch a few. Watch a few, then like a few. That works. But really trying to up the production. Hopefully you've seen that throughout this video. That's all I can ask for, man. I appreciate you guys, all you guys who've been subscribing, watching my videos. Y'all are real ones. And then I want to say another shout out to my homeboy Cleve. He always watches my videos. He's in some of my videos, and I don't know if he wants me to say it or not, but he just proposed to his girl. It's beautiful. I filmed a little bit of it, filmed the whole thing, but I made them a video, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm happy for him. 2020, everybody in my crew is doing big things. I'm pretty happy about it. You do the same thing. Keep pushing. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna make a New Year's resolution, or don't not make a New Year's resolution. Just put your mind to something and go get it. That's just all you gotta do. Anything in life, not just for the new year, but just period. Just put your mind to it and go do it. Whew. A lot to say. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.